Damn, y'all hit that like goal fast as shit. We got zombie survival quiz. Most people choose wrong. Part 2. So far, we've gotten what, 4 questions wrong, and we've gotten 10 right. The girl in this video was saying that the metal bat isn't a good option. I think the metal bat is a great option. So, hey man, I'm going with a metal bat regardless of if it's a good or bad option. Fuck that shit. Hey man, let's get into the video.
Are moving towards a nearby stadium within the next 48 hours. What time of day do you plan to move? Option A, leave just before dawn. Option B, leave in the middle of the day. Option C, leave after dark. Or option D, leave right away.
You've packed a small bag. Water's nearly out. A local broadcast says evac teams are moving toward a nearby stadium within the next 48 hours. What time of day do you plan to move? Leave just before dawn. Leave in the middle of the day. Leave after dark. Leave right away. Okay, so we're not leaving right away. I'll tell you that right now. Leave just before dawn, so just before the morning. Okay, leave in the middle of the day or leave after dark. I think leaving after dark is risky, bro, because it's just gonna be dark as hell. Like you could get snuck up on pretty easily. Leaving middle of the day, I mean, that's not the worst option. And then leaving just before dawn. Just before dawn. We leave at dawn. Hey. We leave at dawn.
So the correct answer here is option A. Leave
The
reason this is the right answer is because leaving right before sunrise gives you both enough light to navigate without drawing too much attention, while most threats, either human or zombie, are less alert. Night travel is not a good idea because it increases the risk of tripping, noise, or panic, and broad daylight also makes you way too visible.
Okay.
So you've exited your apartment and you're making your way towards the stadium. Before seeing any zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, and the third is carrying a pipe. They haven't noticed you yet. What do you do? Option A, approach calmly and ask if they've seen safe zones. Option B, stay low and observe from a distance before deciding. Option C, circle wide and avoid contact entirely. Or option D, follow them quietly to see where they're heading.
Okay, so approach calmly and ask if they've seen safe zones. I'm not gonna lie, that is risky as fuck. These niggas could literally be psychopaths, right? Stay low and observe from a distance before deciding. Okay. Circle wide and avoid contact entirely. You could do that, but then circling wide could just lead you to a fucking, like, what if you circle wide and then you're fucking interrupted by zombies? You know what I'm saying? So that's not really the best option. Follow them quietly to see where they're going. I'd follow quietly. Just like lurk behind them, see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to the same place as us, then we can approach later on. There's no harm in that, you know? You know what I'm saying? D. D.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid. So the reason this the right answer is because a wide detour keeps your location, your supplies, and your intentions secret. Early survival states that stealth is more important than alliance building. Option A, approaching calmly, is not the right answer because in early outbreaks, strangers are often scared and hyper-reactive. There's also no trust networks established yet, so it's more likely that they'll escalate or become violent or betray you. Option B, watching from a distance, gives you intel, but it burns time and it also risks you being spotted if they sweep their surroundings. And if they see you first, you lose initiative. Option D, following them, is also not the best answer because stalking unknown people is risky and you could walk into their base or another group. There's no true incentive to doing this early on, and if you're caught, you're seen as a threat or a potential ambusher. So on your route, you end up crossing rooftops using ladders and fire escapes. On the next
we're 11 for 15? Okay.
Rooftop, you see a zombie standing on the far ledge. It's facing away and it hasn't noticed you yet. You need to cross that roof to reach the ladder. What do you do? Option A, move slowly across the rooftop, hugging the wall and staying silent. Option B, throw a bottle into the street below and lure it off the edge. Option C, try and sneak up and attack it with your crowbar. Or option D,
you mean my baseball bat?
For it to wander off before attempting the crossing.
Okay, you ended up on a rooftop, and you're crossing rooftops using ladders and fire escape. Excuse me, using ladders and fire escapes. On the next rooftop, a zombie is standing near the far edge. It's facing away and hasn't noticed you. You need to cross that roof to reach the next ladder down. Move slowly across the rooftop, hugging the wall, staying silent. Throw a bottle into the street below to lure it off the edge. Try to sneak up and kill it with your crowbar. Wait for it to wander off before attempting the crossing. I'm killing that shit. Killing it just makes it so that once you've killed it, you have time. Rushing, all these other options, if you throw the bottle and it doesn't work and it just sees you, it turns around and sees you, now you're rushing. And you're gonna have to kill it anyways. Wait for it to wander off before attempting the crossing. It might never wander off. Move slowly across the rooftop, hugging the wall, stay silent. That's high pressure situations. You might as well just get the high pressure situation out the way so you don't have to rush. I'm killing it, bro. And you're gonna have to learn how to kill them eventually if you want to survive long term. I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
So the correct answer here is option A, move silently across. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, the zombie hasn't seen you yet. You're not blocked and you don't need to engage. Stealth here minimizes all risk. Option B, throwing a bottle, could work if you were on the ground, but since you're on a rooftop, sound travels unpredictably and also it could just alert more zombies below. Sneaking up to attack it is also not necessary since it hasn't noticed you yet, and it also puts you in close quarters with no backup plan. Option D is potentially a good idea, but waiting could take for—
But I have a fucking metal baseball bat. What are we talking about? That's just getting fucking nuked. It's getting fucking yammed on. Dunked on like fucking 2013 LeBron on the Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. What are we talking about?
forever, and it wastes daylight while giving up control. You're cutting through a narrow alley, and about 30 feet ahead, you see a zombie. It hasn't noticed you yet, but it's directly between you and the exit. There's an open side door to your left, a dumpster you could climb, and also a loose pipe on the ground nearby. What do? Option A, pick up the pipe and confront it before it gets closer. Option B, go into the side door and barricade it behind you to wait for a better moment. Option C, climb the dumpster, toss a small object away, and misdirect the zombie away from the exit. Or option D, dash past the zombie now while there's still distance.
You're cutting through a narrow alley. About 30 feet ahead, you spot a zombie moving slowly, dragging one leg. It hasn't noticed you yet, but it's directly between you and the exit. There's an open side door to your left, a dumpster you could climb, a loose pipe on the ground nearby. Pick up the pipe and confront it before it gets closer. Slip through the side door and barricade it behind you to wait for a better moment. But what if there's someone else through the side door? What if there's another zombie through the side door? Then you're trapped, and now you gotta kill it anyways. Climb the dumpster and toss a small object to misdirect it away from the exit. Then it might just turn around and see you. Dash past it now while there's still distance. Pick up the pipe and confront that shit, bro. I'm telling you right now, you have to learn how to kill these zombies early on, bro. Like, you have to learn how to, because it's gonna be because they're good. Anyways, you're gonna have to confront one of these things sooner or later, bro. So you might as well build up practice, bro. These zombies aren't going anywhere. So you might as well build up practice when it's just one. Because when you're being confronted by a whole bunch, if you're not building up the XP to be able to deal with one, you're not going to be able to deal with 15 or 10 or 5. So, like, pick up that fucking pipe, confront that goddamn zombie, and get some XP, nigga. A.
So the correct answer here is option C, use elevation and misdirection. So the reason this is the right answer is because it has the best combination of both control of the situation and also momentum. Here, you're staying away from the action and you preserve your forward route, but you also don't trigger aggression. And you might be wondering now why a sound distraction is the correct answer in the alleyway, while on the previous rooftop question, I said that sound is unpredictable. This is because in the alleyway, you're in a contained space. So there's tight walls and there's short distance, and you can also see the zombie and it hasn't seen you yet. So here you're actually able to direct noise without just hoping that the zombie will react like in the previous question. And you have immediate visual feedback on how the zombie responds. And most importantly, you have escape options such as a dumpster, side door, or a fallback path. Essentially, sound is a good tool here because it's in a space that's controlled, tight, and you can control. Sound is dangerous on a rooftop in the previous question because that's a high exposure space because rooftops offer no cover. You can't see what's in surrounding buildings or below you, and a thrown bottle creates echoes which could travel downward and it could trigger zombies or other people on the street or in nearby buildings. Option A, fighting the zombie, is not the right answer because this is still too risky. You don't know if there are other zombies nearby or what's behind the zombie, and weapon or not, confrontation when you don't need to is high failure rate unless you're cornered. Option B, go.
Brother, walk up to the goddamn zombie. Matter of fact, you don't even need the fucking pipe. I have a baseball bat and I have a knife. Walk up to that zombie. It doesn't see you yet. Sneak up on it. Boom! With the knife. It's dead. Now you can go. Come on, bro.
The side door and hiding is a valid survival option, but you're now stuck in a closed building with its own unknown.
So she's basically saying that unless the zombie already sees you, there's no reason to confront it. Sure, bro. Sure.
Inside. There's also no guarantee that the zombie will ever move on. So this option isn't wrong, but it's also not the best option.
So what, I'm 11 for 17 right now?
And option D, sprinting past, is also risky because one wrong move and you could get grabbed. You turn a corner and you see another survivor. They're alone and they're sitting on a curb. From your first glance, they don't look injured. What do you do? Option A, approach slowly and ask if they're headed towards the stadium. Option B, cross to the other side and keep walking without making eye contact. Option C, turn back and take a longer route. Or option D, make brief eye contact and nod, and then keep moving.
You turn a corner and see another survivor. They're alone, sitting on a curb, eating something. They don't look injured. What do you do? So they see us. So we've seen each other. Okay. Approach slowly and ask if they're headed. I'm not gonna lie. If they've seen you already and it's just one person, approach. There's three of us. There's three of us versus just that one person. Okay. Approach slowly and ask if they're headed towards the stadium. Cross the other side and keep walking without making eye contact. That's crazy. Turn back and take a longer route. Make brief eye contact and nod, then keep moving. I think it's A. It's A. It's A. It's A. It's only one. We have numbers. And we have weapons.
So the correct answer here is option D, brief eye contact and keep moving. So the reason this is the right answer is because you need to acknowledge this person without becoming a variable. Making eye contact shows your confidence and the nod signals peace. Option B or C, ignoring or avoiding them entirely, could be read as weakness, and option A of approaching them is risky. You don't know their intentions or what they've lost. While climbing a fence, you slice your palm.
Holy fucking smokes, dude. It's one person versus R3 and we're armed. Who gives a flying fuck about their intentions, bro? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's like saying you go down the street, you don't know the nigga's intentions. You could be a fucking crackhead. We don't know. Like, what? There's no risk. There is no risk. The only risk is that they have a gun. If they have a gun, yeah, we're fucked, I guess. But, like, they probably don't have a gun, bro. They probably don't have a fucking gun. So it's 3v1. There is no risk here, bro. They're just eating a goddamn sandwich, bro. Probably beating they shit in the street. The fuck?
Open on exposed metal. It's not deep, but it's bleeding. What do you do? Option A, cover.
While climbing a fence, you slice your palm open as exposed metal. Okay.
Cover it quickly with whatever cloth you have. Option B, wash and disinfect it before sealing it up.
Okay.
Option C, ignore it because it's too small to matter. Or option D, wrap it in plastic to keep the blood from dripping.
Obviously, wash it and disinfect it. It's B. Stop. It's B. If it's not B, this girl is on fraud watch. L answers. It's B. It has to be. It's B.
So the correct answer here is option B, clean and disinfect it.
Obviously.
So the reason this is the right answer is because any open wound is potentially an infection point, especially if you're touching surfaces or dead bodies. Every small cut matters in an unsanitary environment. And here you're protecting yourself from both regular and zombie-related infections. You find gasoline and a lighter in an abandoned garage. Do you rig a Molotov cocktail for zombie defense? Option A, yes, because it's an explosive distraction and it destroys the zombie on contact. Option B, yes, but only as a last resort. Option C, no, because fire spreads unpredictably and it draws attention. Or option D, no, it's better saved for sterilizing tools.
You find gasoline and a lighter in an abandoned... Yeah, you do. I think yes, but only as a last resort. Like, if there's no other options, you're surrounded, you could toss that shit across as a distraction, because the greatest distraction for a zombie is a fire. Why? Because it's heat and it's light and it's smell. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to prioritize that even over if they see you dead in your face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think as a last resort, that'd be good for if you get cornered. What? What? No? All right, bro. When you get cornered and you have no goddamn Molotov to redirect the zombies, don't come calling me, bro. I have my shit. Don't call Dolo Fuego. Don't call Dolo Fuego. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Unpredictably spreads and draws attention. Fire rarely instantly kills zombies as they don't feel pain or stop moving. Flames spread rapidly in tight urban spaces, creating uncontrollable hazards. Fire draws other zombies due to the light and noise. The gas is far more useful for vehicles, escape, or tool sterilization. You don't have to use all the gas. What? Just use some of the goddamn gas. Jesus. What the fuck? Alright, come on. Let's hurry shit up, man. Hello?
A shop when your route was blocked. It's a small space with... You're taking shelter in the back room of a corner shop when your route was blocked. It's a small space with one door, no windows, and a zombie has just stumbled in from the front. Inside this room with you are a metal drawer, a kitchen knife, duct tape, and a narrow closet with slatted wooden doors. You have seconds to react. What do you do? Option A, tape the knife to a broken broom handle and prepare to fight. Option B, hide silently in the closet and hope it passes. Option C, climb onto the metal drawer and prepare to strike from above. Or option D, make noise to lure the zombie fully in and then try and slip behind it and escape.
You're taking shelter in the back room of a corner shop after your route was blocked, okay? It's a small space with one door and no windows. And a zombie has just stumbled in from the front. Inside with you, there is a metal drawer, a kitchen knife, duct tape, a narrow closet with slatted wooden doors. Okay, you have seconds to react. What do? Tape the knife to a broken broom handle and start and prepare to fight. Risky. Hide silently in the closet and hope it passes. Climb onto the metal drawer and prepare to strike from above. This is actually, C is not a bad option. Make noise to lure it in fully, then slip behind and escape. Hey man, climb onto the metal drawer and prepare to strike from above. That's low-key the best option, because like you can really just be on top, take one knee and just death. I'm saying C. 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 C.
So the correct answer here is option C, use elevator. So the reason this is the right answer is because standing on the drawer gives you both height, force, and also angle to strike the zombie. Yep. As established before, these zombies are slow moving, so if you wait for it to enter and then drive a downward strike where it counts, this is probably your best bet. Option A, making the DIY spear, is not a good idea because makeshift spears often are not going to hold up in real pressure. A tape knife is unstable, and if you have one shot to pierce its skull, it's most likely not going to come from a very panicked jab. Option B, hiding in the closet, is normally a good idea, but again, this closet has slatted doors and the room is too small. If the zombie even hears a breath or brushes against the door, you're trapped inside with no escape. And option D, luring the zombie in and slipping past, could work in a bigger space, but not here. As mentioned, it's a small room and you can't circle one in a small room and you have no idea what's waiting outside. So you've just successfully fought the zombie off at close range. You're unbitten, but it's blood splattered on your mouth and your hands. What do you do first? Option A, wipe yourself down with a towel or cloth. Option B, rinse with soap and water immediately. Option C, disinfect your skin with hand sanitizer. Or option D, wait and see if symptoms appear.
What the fuck you mean wait and... Yo, if you wait and see if symptoms appear, you're generally a fucking idiot, fraud, loser. Okay? Rinse with soap and water immediately. If you have soap and water and fucking zombie guts got in your mouth, you better fucking rinse and disinfect yourself, goddammit. It's B. It's B. B.
So the correct answer here is option B, rinse with soap and water.
Of course.
The reason this is the right answer is because if the virus spreads through blood, then you have to treat it like a biohazard. Soap and water removes infectious material better than alcohol. And sanitizer can't neutralize any contamination in the eyes or the mouth. Speed matters here, so waiting to see if symptoms appear is also a terrible idea. So by this point, all of your clean water is gone. You find a puddle of murky water next to a corpse that's clearly been mauled by zombies. What do? Option A, boil the water because heat kills everything. Option B, filter the water with cloth and then boil it. Option C, avoid it unless you have proper filtration. Or option D, dilute it with cleaner water and hope it's safe.
Okay, it's B. Filter it with a cloth so you get all the guts out so it's just liquid, and then boil it. It's safe to drink. B. It's B. It's B. Log me in, chat.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid it without proper filtration. So the reason...
No. Bitch. You filtered it with the goddamn cloth so there's no bits and pieces inside. And then you boil it to get rid of all the yuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just water.
This is the right answer is because while boiling is effective against bacteria, it's not effective against all viral agents or chemical contaminants. And you don't know enough about zombie blood to know if it contains persistent infection particles. Option B, filtering with the cloth and then boiling, is also a bad idea because filtering only removes debris but not pathogens. You're inside a store with broken glass on the floor. A group of 4 zombies wanders in from a side entrance.
Ooh, 4?
They haven't noticed you yet, and you're crouched behind the checkout counter. What do? Option A, crawl quietly against the back wall to the emergency exit. Option B, stay completely still until they pass, even if it takes hours. Option C, throw a metal object to the far corner and sneak out the front. Or option D, try and separate one from the group and take it down.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If I was going to try to escape, I would definitely throw a metal object to the far corner of the room. Because, like, why wouldn't I distract them? They would just go over there. It's a big-ass room with one level, so they would for sure just go that way. Stay completely still until they pass, even if it takes hours. They could just literally walk right into you, bro. That's always an option, right? They could literally just walk into you. Now you gotta fight 4 zombies off, like, all of those together. Together. You gotta fight 4 zombies together. God damn it. Why am I speaking like I'm XQC? Try to separate one from the group and take it down. I mean, if you if you separate one from the group and take it down, you still gotta deal with 3. So that's not even doing that much. I'm saying C, bro. C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Hurry, wait, the reason this is the right answer is because zombies react to sound, and you don't want them investigating your section of the store. Throwing an object quietly obviously creates false noise distraction, and it also gives you a chance to exit. Option B, waiting, was a valid answer, but it's a gamble on your time. And option A is a bad idea because if you can remember from the scenario, there's glass on the floor, and crawling on glass is just risk. Option D, engaging one, is dumb. You should probably know that by now. You should always avoid confrontation if possible, and remember there's a group of zombies. Other ones will hear. So you continue making your way to the stadium. You're almost there. When you're 2 blocks away from your destination, you realize that someone is quietly following you at a distance. They haven't called out yet. What do? Option A, call them out.
2 blocks from your destination, you realize someone is quietly following you at a distance. They haven't called yet. They haven't called out. What do? Okay, interesting.
Ask them to identify themselves. Option B, pick up your pace, make several turns to test if they're tracking you. Option C, stop abruptly and wait for them to catch up so you can confront them. Or option D, turn around and start walking towards them to intimidate them.
Okay, wait. So call out and ask them to identify themselves. That could draw zombies in. Like, show yourself! Nah, you can't do that. Okay? Then pick up your pace, make several turns. You don't want to move too fast in like the open because you could just make a turn into a herd of zombies and then you're fucked. Stop abruptly and wait for them to catch up so you can confront them. Okay? And then turn around and start walking toward them to intimidate them. I think C, bro. I think C. It can't be A or B, bro. If it's A or B, this girl's a fraud. C. I'm going with C. C. We're locked. C.
So the correct answer is option B, change your pace and test if they're following.
No, ma'am, no. No. No.
You. The reason this is the right answer is because if someone's following you silently, you should never confront them directly. Change your pace and take sharp turns, and if they match you, it's deliberate. Once you've established they are in fact following you, then you can break the line of sight and change direction. Talking to them or walking towards them gives them control, and you need options here that minimize risk. So you've just changed pace and you've made several sharp turns, and they match every move. So now you know they're deliberately following you. You're still 2 blocks away from your destination. What do? Option A, duck into a building, break the line of sight, and then exit via a back route. Option B, run the final 2 blocks to lose them and reach the evacuation point as fast as you can. Option C, hide in a shadowed spot and ambush them when they pass. Or option D, shout at them that you know they're following and threaten them to back off.
Fuck no. Okay. You duck into a building, break line of sight, and exit via a back route. That's the best option so far. Run the final 2 blocks. This is not a good option because, number 1, you're wasting a lot of energy, right? Number 2, when you're moving that fast, you're making a lot of noise with your footsteps, so zombies are going to hear that, right? You could trip. Overall, it's not the best option. And then C, hide in a shadowed spot and ambush them when they pass. Not a bad option. I'm going to go A.
So the right answer here is option A, break the line of sight and exit. Hurry, way downtown! So the reason this is the right answer is because breaking the line of sight is power here. Once this person can't see you, you regain tactical control of the situation. Entering a building also gives you many alternate exits, angles, and barriers. And most people that are following you don't expect sudden lateral movement. Most likely, they're watching you for forward momentum. And if you break the line of sight, you now have options to either double back, wait it out, or have a more controlled confrontation on your own terms. Option B, running to the evacuation point, is a bad idea because it shows desperation. And more importantly, you're going to lead them to your only safe haven and potentially compromise it. Option C, ambushing them, is also a bad idea because even if you win, you risk injury or noise. And you don't know anything about this person, so it's very unlikely that you're going to control the fight. Option D, threatening them out loud, is also a bad idea because aggressive posturing only works if you have leverage in the situation. Otherwise, you're escalating a situation where that person might feel cornered or it provokes violence. So you've successfully evaded this person and you're now 1 block away from the evacuation zone. A lone zombie is blocking the gate entrance. It's slow, but it's fully alert and squarely in your path. You have a crowbar, a flashlight, a water bottle, and a cracked riot shield that you found earlier. What do? Option A, use the riot shield to push it aside and run past. Option B, blind the zombie with a flashlight and strike it over the head with a crowbar. Option C, wait for another person to draw its attention and then move. Or option D, throw your water bottle to the far side of the street and then rush through.
Use the riot shield to push it aside and run past. Okay? Blind it with the flashlight and strike ahead with the and strike with the head. And strike the head with the crowbar. Okay. Wait for another person to draw its attention, then move. Okay. Throw your water bottle to the far side of the street and then rush through. What the fuck? What would the water bottle do if it already knows what? It already sees me. It says it's fully alert. Honestly, I think without any. Why am I stuttering? Blinded with the flashlight and fuck it. We're going with B, bro. B, goddammit. B. No risk, no reward.
So the correct answer here is option A, push through with the shield. So the reason this is the right answer is because bypassing is always smarter if you have the option. And here, disabling the zombie is not necessary. A riot shield gives you both force and direction. Option B, fighting the zombie, again, risks too much noise and injury, and you're this close to the destination. Combat is unnecessary here if you have the option to redirect and move on. For your best chance of survival, you should always avoid fights unless they're absolutely required. Option C, waiting it out, and option D, throwing the bottle are not good because the zombie's already seen you, so it's unlikely that waiting it out or distracting it will be very effective. So you successfully bypass the zombie and you finally arrive at the evacuation site. It's surrounded by high fencing, guards, and you can see a panicked looking crowd nearby. You accidentally dropped your crowbar during the encounter earlier, and so now you're unarmed. What's the most strategic way to approach? Option A, push through the crowd because urgency signals that you need help. Option B, wait nearby and watch how the guards treat incoming people. Option C, call out from a distance and raise your arms. Or option D, walk directly to the guards, show your hands, and stay silent.
Wait nearby and watch how the guards treat incoming people. If you've ever played The Last of Us, you know that guards be doing niggas dirty sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you want to see if they're really, because they might be like super panicked and scared and just be like, oh, you're all infected anyways. We're going to kill you. Boom, 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 boom. You're dead. So you want to see how they move in first, and then you can, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with option B.
So the correct answer here is option B, observe before approaching. So the reason this is the right answer is because evacuation zones are often unstable. You don't know if the guards are armed or overwhelmed. Option A, pushing in, could get you mistaken for a threat, and option C draws attention to you, again without you having further context. Option D, walking up silently, can also be seen as evasive or again potentially confrontational. The safest thing to do is still to watch protocol and then mimic it calmly. So that wraps up the last of the questions, and hopefully you made it. So count up how many of the answers you got correct. You should now have a score out of 28. So now I'll tell you what your score means and whether or not you would have survived the zombie apocalypse.
I'm pretty sure I got like 10 wrong. Let's say 18 for 28, bro. We'll go with that. 18 for 28.
So if you scored between 26 and 28, you would have survived. You're calm under pressure, you're tactically sharp, you're rare, and you're adaptable. Most likely, you would have lasted months into this outbreak, maybe even years. And you're the kind of person that other survivors want to follow. If you scored between 22 and 25, then you most likely survived the initial outbreak and you navigated long-term danger pretty well. You made some mistakes here and there, but luckily it was nothing fatal. With a good group, you're likely to survive. If you scored between 17 and 21, you'd likely scrape through the first wave, but stumble very often. You probably wasted unnecessary energy and you took unnecessary shortcuts. Survival for you is possible, but you'd need luck and good alliances. If you score between 12 and 16,
niggas be saying I got luck on my side, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'll be okay, huh? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Chances are unlikely. You're likely a liability to your group, you burn through supplies, you draw noise, and you probably also injure yourself. Unfortunately for you, surviving past the first few weeks is unlikely. And
Damn.
Finally, if you got 0 to 11, then you're a casualty on day 1. You probably wouldn't make it through 24 hours, maybe not even the first hour. Most likely, you'll be one of the first bitten and also first remembered in the what not to do in survival briefings. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a bit of a different video from you, so comment below.
Hey man, W video, man. Let me know what you guys got in the comment section, what y'all score was. You know what I mean? And if you enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. We out. Don't do it for me. Do it for Maria.